Hello, everyone. Over the 4th of July holiday, our family watched the musical Hamilton, recently released on the Disney Plus streaming channel. I could not help but wonder how frightening and extraordinary those times must have felt to those who lived through it. They did not know whether they would live or die, or win against the mighty empire. Those who remained at home did not know whether their husbands, sons, and brothers would return home. They were at war with their own kind. We describe the current time as unprecedented. We're indeed at war, fighting against a disease, with the best scientific minds working to find a solution. One difference in this war is that we're certain that we will find a solution. We will prevail. This is true. It is also true that enormous systemic inequalities have been exposed and laid bare during this time. This is not an anomaly or a new state of affairs. Over time, this system has shaped us in ways that are subtle, profound, and insidious. Sociologists have the construct of a social structure as a living organism, where every member is a cell with a responsibility to help maintain the strength and balance of the organism. Right now, I imagine this organism has a fever, a kind which the medical people might characterize as a low-grade fever, a condition not severe enough to require full bed rest, but one which makes the organism weak and not functioning at full capacity. A fever of the spirit. Fevers, though uncomfortable, play a key role in helping the body fight off many infections. Symptoms may include sweating, shivering, headache, and muscle aches. The recent upheavals and convulsions in our society are akin to such symptoms. My grandmother, when she was alive, spoke often in idiomatic expressions. One of her expressions that seem apt at this time is Adiebalo, arau radie, and loosely translated, a hen perches on a rope. The rope is uneasy, the hen is uneasy. We are all burdened by bias, bigotry, and racism. And the burden of unease is shared by oppressor and oppressed alike. A young man walks up to a door in a nice part of town, knocks on the door, and is greeted by the lady of the house, who happens to be black. He asks to speak with the lady of the house, and when he's told he's speaking to the lady of the house, his response is to defend his error by saying that he assumed that anyone who looked like her in that part of town was either a housekeeper or a nanny. A young black girl who would cross the street if a boy of her own color walked toward her during a certain time of day did so because she was frightened of him without knowing him. If you wonder why, I point you to the society of which we're a part. Dr. Martin Luther King wrote in his famous letter, and I quote, "All of us are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny." And he goes on to say, whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. I believe that our present day challenge is to find ways to heal societal fever. We're being asked at this time to help create more justice and joy in the world. As God's people, to lead with purpose, vision, energy, and hope. We're asked to keep the national spirit healthy by keeping our minds, body, and spirit healthy. I was reminded just recently from one of Ledley's notes of our baptismal covenant, in which we state, with God's help, we will persevere in resisting evil, will seek and serve Christ in all persons, strive for justice, and respect the dignity of every human being. That's beautiful. For me, I want to go out every morning and say to myself, I am that cell in that body that will be healthy today, that will ensure that I help others restore health and vitality. I leave you with John 13, verse 34. A new command I give you. Love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. Amen.